Well, hey everyone, I'm here in Cairns, Australia, and behind me is the newest YWAM ship, YWAM Liberty, and I've been on board about 2 weeks, and so I thought, well, it's time to have a little tour. Know the ship pretty well, and there's a few turns around, and we'll go up to the bridge, the engine room, and we'll just see the rest of the vessel. So why don't you come along with me, and we'll check it out. Just come up the gangway. We've had a high tide here the last few days, and as you can see, it's really steep. And we're coming up on starboard side, so we'll walk forward here. And it just started to rain again. It's been raining for 3 or 4 days. We'll just poke our heads around the corner, and there's the anchor windlass. And this area is called the forecastle, and there's the foremast there. And now we're going to head up to the bridge. And we've got an empty bridge today. So this is the back end here. You can see out the stern, there's the 32-ton crane with a 2.5-ton ball, and a fast rescue boat, and that white container out there was for the helicopter operations. And we'll walk forward. Here's the chart table here with all the current charts up on top. And then everything else down below. There's our communication system, the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System. It's an older sailor one. Oh, Lori is up here. Hey, Captain. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick little video so I can show everybody at home.
I'm taking pictures of sunlight.
Oh, right.
Very rare to see it up here.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. And then here's the helm and the controls for the controllable pitch prop. Radars. There's our depth finder there, and then our GMDSS. And yeah, it's actually quite a large bridge. It's a bit of a square, just slightly forward, and yeah, it's actually, you could have quite a few folk up here. Anyway. Now we'll head down below, and I'll show you the rest of the ship. Right, so that was the bridge, and now we're going to head aft down the accommodation passage. This is coming down port side, and this is heading aft towards the helipad currently. Here's the crew lounge, what used to be the passenger lounge. Hey, how you doing? Michael in the background. Oh, we got my two deckhands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm filming this for back home. And we were blessed with a espresso machine, so we've been making nice coffees. And then a whole bunch of stickers from all the 20-some years they spent in the Antarctic. So they're all over the bulkheads here, and we'll head aft out the door. Here is the infirmary, and then it's pouring with rain outside, but that's all right. So we'll just kind of hide up underneath the overhang here. There's the crane base for the big crane that we saw at the bridge, and then the helideck behind, and the one hatch, main hatch, the big one, and then a small one there in the forward part of that. So you can access little things, or if you need to put containers down inside, you big one up. The big one weighs 6.5 tons, so it doesn't come up very often. And we'll just nip out. There we go. And so you can see the helipad in the background there. Off and on for the last 3 or 4 days, so it's been good getting the freshwater wash down. And then looking forward again, and you see the bridge. The crow's nest is just up here, and the foremast, oh sorry, the main mast, and then the engine stacks there. So now we'll head back down below, and we'll head down to the engine space. Right, having trouble with the door. And apparently, my video does not want to stop, so we'll head quickly down. Actually, we'll go to the mess first. Well, here's my cabin. It's pretty clean, I think. And yeah, so this is a 4-berth one. I've been here by myself, which is nice. And, yeah, got a roommate coming in today. Now we're midships and heading to starboard side again. The galley is really pokey, and this is it currently until they're able to hopefully improve on it a little bit. But yeah, it's just about big enough to swing a cat in. Here's the crew mess. It's actually divided. So apparently all the French officers sat up through that hatch there. This is where they were here. And then the rest of the crew came into this space here. Hey, doing a little video for home.
I'm going to do that today too. I told my kids. I'm going to send videos.
All right, the all-important laundry room. We've got one washer for dirty clothes, coveralls. There's one washer currently for all of the rest of your clothes, and one dryer. And yeah, that's going to have to change at some point. Here's the fire panel. And we'll nip down the engine space real quick. Just head to the front end. Hey Tom, just shooting some video. So this is the front end of the engine space. There's a watertight door into what is called the cement room. We'll head back that way in a minute. So the caterpillars here are the generators, and then the mirror leads behind are the main engines. And I won't take you all the way back to the back, but you got a good idea of the noise. That was Tom, one of our engineers. And then this room is a really odd little space. Here we have a engine room, tool room. So we've got a lathe for making parts and the old drill press. And yeah, it's actually quite well stocked. We've got a TIG welder and then a normal welder. Now this room is really odd. This is called the cement room, and this vessel originally was a supply boat for the North Sea, the oil offshore industry there. And these big tanks were installed to carry drilling mud and other liquids they needed for offshore. And they actually, this is the lower level here, and you can see that they've made good use of the space down here, packing stuff all along the edges and underneath. They have carried extra fuel, which is given now they're used for engine diesel, and which is given the capacity for 12,000 nautical miles. So whether they keep these or not long term, I don't know at this point. But we'll take you up above here. This is the top level. Top of the cement room. And we're coming into, just forward there is the bow thruster motor, and then this is the fridge freezer flat. And this will take us back up to just outside the crew mess. And now we'll go ahead. We'll head out to the cargo hold. You're on camera. Right. Here's the cargo hold. So originally this deck would have been open from this bulkhead forward. You can see a big deck winch there. That's original equipment, and so this would have all been an open deck for supplying the oil rigs. When the French government bought it in the early 90s, they obviously converted it into a supply vessel, research vessel, so they turned this into a cargo hold. So you can see they tried to make good use of the side alleys there. Not the best storage on board, but it is what it is. And, yeah, so it's quite a large space, and I think eventually they are looking into what to do with this space, how to utilize it best. Lots of ideas being thrown around, but at this point nobody knows. So it will continue. They'll continue to sort that one out. As you can see out the back here, these were original, these little cargo holds. These carried explosives for the offshore oil industry. We had to open up yesterday because we had a fire fault. One of the alarms was going off, and so we needed to find out. So we had to rig up some chain falls and get the hatch covers open. And I believe that they used to store the jet fuel for the helicopters. So they would have had, when it was the French L'Astrolabe, they carried 3 helicopters in here to take scientists out. So they would store, down in these cargo holds, they would store all of the jet fuel in 50-gallon drums. So, and then this is our paint stores come engine room spare container. And then as you can see, as we head towards the stern, we've got this big hydraulic door. And then they've got a gantry crane above here, if you can see that there. And they were able to put out instruments and stuff at the stern here. What they do with that long term, again, is sort of up in the air. And that's kind of it. That's the new YWAM Liberty. Quick tour. Yeah. it's really enjoyed the time here, and excited to see how they utilize this going forward for the work that they're going to be doing out in Papua New Guinea. And yeah, well, thanks for watching, and yeah, keep your eye on this space, and we'll see what we can dig up next. Thanks for watching.